In this part, I'm going to discuss about sell-side investment banking. I'm focusing here more towards the advisory part, where banks often give advice on various aspects like capital structure, share repurchase, merger and acquisitions, or doing any other thing with the excess cash that the companies are having. So it's interesting to note that if a company is having excess cash, where would it reallocate that? One way is to return that back to the shareholders, but again, in the return perspective, there could be special dividend, special repurchase programs. Now, theoretically, what we have been observing in the return of capital mechanism is that if you do a repo or if you do a dividend, it will not make much of a difference. But when you go deep into this and when you understand how you're going to do repo, then it comes about the different share repurchase tactics that you might take. So you might take a share repurchase tactic where you make some particular algorithm on when and how you're going to buy those shares. You could use the normal exchange, or you could use dark pools to actually get a better deal. So a lot of interesting thing could be done from your excess cash, or when you take a stand that you're going to change your capital structure. So the first element is to look at the peers, like what the peers are doing. So if I were to just add a few points here, let me do that for you. So the first would be what peers are doing, peers in the same sector. The second thing would be to draw a multiple regression or some kind of an analysis on how return or leverage affects your multiple, because if something can increase your multiple, you are better off. And the final would be projecting your balance sheet for the next 5 years. The other interesting thing could be like interest rate movements, or taking a fixed versus floating debt, or would be like a convertible debt, or other aspects. So the primary 3 steps that you require here is to first look at peers in the same sector, get understanding on how various aspects would change your multiple. Now it might be possible that if you increase leverage, your multiple would go down. If that is the trend, then you should be careful about that. So, and then the final aspect is projecting the balance sheet. Just to remind you, projecting balance sheet for next 3 to 5 years. That seems a sensible number. And once you have that, you are in a situation to talk about the leverage level of peer, what return of capital they are employing, where does the multiple stand, and things like that. And then basically you could look at various aspects. So let me move some things there. So topics would be interest rate movement, convertible debt. It could be tactical share repurchase. And the first step is also peers in the same sector, or peer analysis. So this becomes a few part here. So we are looking at advisory part, advisory on coffin matters. So that's my goal here. That's the whole thesis. I'm going to get more ideas here and look at the trends, what's going on in the market, maybe in some time. So I'll end this video here. Thank you for looking at this small part.